So my Camp Echo story was when I was in 8th grade. It was my last year on main camp. I was in Metz. I think it was towards the beginning of the summer. And so the second week we have special camptivities. And so one of the special camptivities being offered that session was Batman Camptivity. It was being run by Matt Schorsch, and the movie was coming out that summer. I don't think it had come out yet. And I remember like everyone was super hyped up about The Dark Knight. It was the second movie, and I feel like people really weren't that into Batman Begins for whatever reason, but like I just remember like Dark Knight was like the movie. It was like, I feel like it was the first like really big superhero movie that was going to be like a really big deal. And so Matt Schorsch ran it, who's hilarious. And whenever he like got up with the mic, he would be like, Batman Camptivity, and he would like talk like that the entire camptivity. And so I signed up and I got it. I was so excited. And so I can't remember exactly what we did during the whole week, but it was like all going to be leading up to the final day of the camptivity. And so it was kind of about just like we were working on like our superhero skills the whole week. And then so like early on in the week we were trying to figure out who we wanted to target that session, like who was going to be the villain we were going to target the last day. And I was in the camptivity with one of my friends who was in my cabin. And so like right when we heard that, we were like, okay, like we should get our counselor, Ashley Farrow. And so Matt agreed because they were friends, and he thought it would be so funny. And so we decided Ashley was going to be like our villain, and the last day we would like figure out a way to like trap her and get her or whatever. And so on the last day came, and the plan was I was going to climb under the social lodge, which was disgusting, but worth it. And then Matt was going to run to the waterfront because Ashley was working at the waterfront, and like go to her and be like, one of your campers is under the social lodge. She's like crying, like something's wrong. And we weren't sure if it was going to work because like I was not the type of camper to like be crying under the social lodge at all. So I get under there. And then like everyone in the camptivity is like around the social lodge with like water guns and like all like water balloons, all these like pitchers of water and stuff. And so Matt runs to the waterfront to go get Ashley, and he's like, oh my gosh, like Emma's under the social lodge, like she's crying, she won't come out, like we got the nurse, like nothing's working, like you have to come. And she's like so freaked out, and for whatever reason she believed Matt. And so she like runs like in a bathing suit and a towel, I think, to the social lodge, and she like gets down there and she like is on like her hands and knees, and she's like trying to get me to come out, and I'm like fake crying. I like best actress sing experience of my life, and I totally was milking it. And she like started to crawl under, and then like Matt or whoever like yelled like attack, and so she like gets out, and we just like are just throwing water at her. She's like laughing. And yeah, it was hilarious at the time, and it was funny because like I got to be a part of it, and I think it's like one of those memories as a camper. Like I feel like I came here so many summers that it's hard to remember like specific things, but that's definitely one of the things I'll always remember at camp because it was so funny, and I feel like I got to be a part of something really cool that day.